Inside this video topic, we'll discuss a very interesting concept of WordPress, and that is how to convert a dynamic HTML web page to a PDF file. So this video will be a complete concept where we'll create a custom plugin by means from totally from scratch, and in that custom plugin we'll use DOMPDF library. So by using custom plugin development of WordPress including DOMPDF, we'll see the complete concept that how to convert a dynamic HTML web page to a PDF file. Now to learn this very interesting concept, let's go back to browser. So for this video topic, I will consider this WordPress setup. Let's go back to plugins, click on install plugins. So right now we can see that inside this setup, we have three different plugins. So here, remember inside our previous video, also we had seen and learned that how to generate fake users inside our WordPress plugin by using Faker library. So this plugin like generate test users, we had generated into that video topic. Now into this video topic, we'll focus that how to convert a HTML web page to a PDF file. So I will open this WordPress setup into my VS Code editor, and here that was the setup. So let's create first our custom plugin, and I have one more request. If this video will be very helpful to you, so please do a like to this very interesting video. Subscribe to this channel so that I will be creating so much amazing content for you. And now let's get started to learn this conversion from HTML web page to a dynamic PDF file. Now, first thing first, I'll go to this WP content folder. Let's go and see a plugins folder. So I will be creating a custom plugin folder. So WP content, plugins, and inside this folder, let's create our plugin folder. So here I will say generate-pdf. Now into this custom plugin folder, let's create our main plugin file. So I will be creating a main plugin file, say wp generate-pdf.php. Now quickly, let's add some comment lines so that this custom plugin will be introduced into our WordPress setup. So here, PHP multi-line comment. So I will add first plugin name, let's say WP PDF generator, author, let's say author URI. It means like author portfolio URL. So for the time being, I am putting, and here, let's say plugin URI, it means a documentation link of plugin. And let's add a version 1.0 and one more parameter. Let's add called description, like what this plugin will do. So this plugin will generate a PDF file, and PDF file will be generated from a template file. So these are the quick comment lines that we have added into the main plugin file, what custom plugin we have created. So let's save all these changes. If I go to our WordPress setup, let's go and reload. And now we can see into this plugins list, here we have one more plugin called WP PDF generator. So this is our plugin name, what basically we have written to this main plugin file. So after plugin name, here we have description, then here we have author name, and behind the scene, this is hyperlink. So author URI is using, and here we have a version number. So successfully, now our custom plugin, what basically we have created by adding our quick lines of comment of PHP. Now this plugin has been introduced into this WordPress setup. So what basically I want that whenever if I click on this activate button, so right now nothing is happening, but I want to add a menu right here called, let's say, PDF generator. So to add a plugin menu on activation, let's go back to VS Code. Now into this main plugin file, I'll use a concept of action hook as well as a WordPress function. So first, if I go back to browser and search for add menu page WordPress. So if I open this function, this is a WordPress function. So by using this function, we can add our custom menu to WordPress admin panel. So this function will take some parameters as we can see. So let's go back to editor and here first I will use an action hook called add action. So we have an action hook inside WordPress called admin underscore menu. And inside this second argument, let's pass a callback function, and into this callback function, I will make use of add menu page. So here it will be add menu page of WordPress. Now inside this function, as I told, we have to pass some values. So first page title. So what basically the page title is. So if I go here inside this WordPress setup, so right now we are inside this plugins like plugins menu. So if I go and open source code of this web page, so right click and here we have view page source or control hue. So we can see that inside this, here we have a title that is plugins, some syntax here, and this is our project setup name. So as we can see, this is title. So title is nothing. This is page title of that function. So here, if I go, so page title will be, let's say, WP PDF generator. Now inside the second value, we have to pass the menu title. So menu title is nothing. This is the label name right here of this admin panel. So in this case, it is plugins. Now in our case, it will be same as WP PDF generator. Now, third option, that is capability. It means like at what level of users this menu will be accessible. So I want that this plugin will be accessible for super user. So for that, the capability will be called manage options. Now into this fourth argument, we have to pass the menu slug. So what basically this menu slug is? So menu slug is nothing. Whenever if I click on any of these menu, it will add some value to this URL and that value will be known as a page slug. So in our case, if I go and add, let's say WP PDF generator. Now then after, here we have to add a callback function. Callback function is very simple, like whenever if I click on that menu, what plugin function will go and execute to render the output of that menu. We'll discuss about all these things in a quick way. So for the time being, let's add all the arguments so that our menu will be created. So callback function, let's pass WP PDF generator, let's say handler. Now this is our callback function name. Then after here we have icon URL. So for an icon URL, we can take a reference from this dash icons. So if I go dash icons, click here. So it contains plenty of icons we can see. So right now, if I want to add something, let's say this icon with our custom plugin, just click on it. And here we have a class name called dash icons hyphen menu, like hyphen admin hyphen settings. So just copy, go here and pass it here. And next after, this is about the position. So inside this position, we have to pass a numeric value, like at what position inside admin panel I want that our menu should be rendered. So here inside this dashboard, this post menu, media pages, each menu of this WordPress admin panel has a position value. So to get idea about position value, if I go here, if I scroll, so we can see that here we have some menu structure and the position number. So let's say that I want our menu just after this media. So here media number is something called 10. So if I pass 12, so automatically our custom plugin menu will be added after media because as we can see links is 15. So let's go here and just add 12. If I save these changes, So after adding these lines of code, if I go and let's reload, and now we can see after this media, here we have WP PDF generator, and here is the icon. So if I click, now we can see into this URL, here we have page equals to WP PDF generator, and this is our plugin slug. Remember, into our code, this is the slug what I added. And here, this is handler. It means whenever if I click on this custom plugin, like into this menu, which function is going to call. So right now, this function we have attached, but this function is right now is undefined. So that's why we are seeing some error. So what to do? Just copy this function name. Let's say function name, and here in a quick way, let's say echo within this h1 tag. Let's say WP PDF generator. If I save these changes, so what will happen whenever if I click on this menu, this function, this handler will be called, and by the help of this handler, we'll get this message. So if I save these changes, let's go and reload, and now we can see that function executed and output is WP PDF generator. Now, into this video topic, instead of getting this only a static message, I want to convert a HTML template file into a PDF file. So to convert this web page to a PDF file, we'll make use of a third-party plugin like third-party library, and that is called DOMPDF. So DOM.pdf is a composer package. It means a PHP package. By using composer, we can install this DOM.pdf library into our custom plugin. So what is the package name? So here we can see that by using composer, what is composer? Composer is a tool. By the help of that, we can manage our PHP dependencies. So here DOM PDF is nothing, it's a PHP library. If I want to make use of this DOM PDF anywhere inside PHP application, first we have to install that. And one more thing, before installation of this DOM PDF library into a local system, also you have to make sure that Composer must be installed, because by the help of Composer, we'll install that. So how to verify that in my local system Composer is available or not? So it's very simple. Just open terminal or command prompt, and into this command prompt, just type a command called composer. Composer will be a keyword whenever if we type, so it will open the complete list of composer commands, which make sure that in my local system composer is available. So I can see like after typing composer keyword, now it is giving much lots of command options. So it means composer is available. So now after getting the confirmation that composer is available, what to do? Just go back to our custom plugin folder. So here we are inside this WP content plugins and generate-pdf. So inside this custom plugin folder, we have to install DOM PDF library. So how to install? So let's open this folder, custom plugin folder into terminal. So either we can go via this terminal or inside this VS Code also we have the option of integrated terminal. So to open integrated terminal, just press Ctrl J. So after typing Ctrl J, now we can see that here we have a terminal option. Or let's say that this option is not working, like the shortcut key command is not working. So in that case, just go to view, and here we have terminal. Click on terminal, and now we are inside this project one. So inside this project one, first we have to go into this WP content. So cd WP content. Then after we have to go into our plugins folder, and then after we have to go into WP generate PDF. Not WP it's generate PDF. Now I am inside our custom plugin folder. Into this plugin folder, now this library should be installed. So as I told, like in my system, Composer is available. So let's copy this complete command. This command is super simple. Composer space require space DOM PDF /DOM PDF. It means this command simply means that this library we are requiring using Composer. So just copy, go here and paste this command into our custom plugin folder. Remember, into a custom plugin folder, just hit enter. It will take some time, but in this meanwhile, it will install all the necessary files of this DOM PDF to our custom plugin folder. Now successfully, as we can see that our DOM PDF library now successfully installed into our custom plugin folder. So after installation of this library, now you can see inside this generate PDF, here we have a folder called vendor. And inside this vendor folder, we have all the necessary files, classes, all the functions, what basically DOM PDF is providing. So just don't touch this folder. Only we have to use DOM PDF to make conversion from HTML to PDF. Otherwise, if you do anything inside this vendor like editing files, removing files, so maybe DOM PDF library will not work. So, and one more thing, after installation of this library called vendor, we have two more files, that is composer.json and composer.log. So composer.json is nothing, it's a track manager of our dependencies of packages. So here inside this generate PDF, we have installed only one composer package. So we can see require DOM PDF /DOM PDF. So it is tracking that into this folder, into this project, generate PDF, we are using a composer package called DOMPDF. So just close all these. Now let's go to our main plugin file. So before using our DOM PDF, also we have to make sure that this vendor, like from this vendor, autoload.php file must be included. So in summary, we have to include this autoload.php into our main plugin file. So before inclusion, let's first check that if this file exists or not. So if, and here let's say file exists, it's a PHP function. And into this function, let's pass the path of that file. So this file exists into the current directory, then after vendor, and here we have autoload.php. So current directory we can get from this magic variable called directory, and then after we have to concatenate with this vendor folder, and here we have autoload.php. So if this file exists, so in that case, let's include that file. So require current directory, then after vendor, and then after autoload.php. So successfully, now this file we have included into our main plugin file. So it means now we can use all the packages what basically this vendor folder is providing. So right now, this vendor folder is providing only a single package called DOM.pdf. So here, what to do next? So let's create first a template file so that we can go and convert that template file into a PDF. So here I will go into our custom plugin generate PDF. Let's create a folder called template, and into this template folder, let's create a file called tmpl. Let's say PDF raw .php. It means this is our like the raw template file which we have to convert into a PDF. So here I'll use the HTML markup, and into this let's say my PDF file or my template file. And also, I want that some like variables like name, email, and phone, some values will pass from like our callback function to this file so that it will accept some values and also will convert those values into a PDF. Now, the question is how to accept those values. So let's go to our main plugin file. So as we know, whenever if we click on custom plugin menu, what basically we have added into our admin panel, like here, the loop PDF generator. So whenever if we are clicking, this handler function is calling. So into this function, let's go here, create some data. So data, I want that, let's say name, and here let's say email, and something maybe phone number. I am passing some, let's say dummy value, dummy value. Now these data I want to pass to this template file. And one more thing, before passing all these data to this raw template file, also we have to include that. So to include this template file right here into this main plugin file or anywhere, I'll use a concept of PHP buffer. It means I'll open this template file into PHP buffer. So to use PHP buffer, first we have to start that. So ob start is a function which makes sure that our PHP buffer is now started or is enabled. Then after, let's include this template. So include once this template file. So current directory, let's say current directory. And then after we have to go into this template folder. And from this template folder, we have called template pdf.php. And also here, let's say ob and clean. Now into this template file, semicolon missing. Now into this template file, now we can get access over these values called name, email, and phone. So what to do? So this is an array called data, like data is an array and name is a key. Let's go here into this template file. So here, let's say h1 tag, let's say user data, and also before this user data, let's add one more h1, let's say welcome WordPress. And here let's add p tag. This is a conversion file from template to PDF. So into next step, just go into this callback function and here let's say DOMPDF. Let's create an instance or an object of that DOMPDF class, new and DOMPDF. Now this class is only available if you include autoload.php. So after inclusion, then after we have to make use of some function of this DOM PDF class so that we can set some parameters to generate our PDF file. And one more thing, like after including this template with the values like name and email and phone, let's go and store our value like HTML template, let's say HTML template from this OB and clean. So these lines simply means that first we have started our PHP buffer and into that buffer we have stored this template file with all these values and successfully after getting the dynamic content, dynamic HTML content from this template file to this variable. So to convert this template, first I will make use of to load this template here. So let's say DOM PDF, it's an object what basically we have created. And the first function is load HTML. So into this load HTML, just pass this HTML template. And this is our HTML template. Now into second function, I'll make use of DOM PDF, let's say set paper. So I want that here we have some options. So I want to make use of A4 and the second option, which is the default value called portrait. Now, after this, I will make use of some more methods. So it will be DOM PDF, and then I will use render method, not rename, it will render method. And then after, I will make use of one more method, and it will be stream. And inside this stream, the first argument we have to pass the file name. So as per expectation, what we want, so whenever if we click on menu, what basically we have created, it will download or it will generate a PDF file. So here, let's pass a file name that is document.pdf. And the second argument of this function is totally optional. So let's leave as it is. And finally exit. Let me tell you that inside this code we have some bugs, but before fixing those, let's go to browser and click on WP PDF generator. But what we basically expect, we expect that whenever if we click on this menu, what we have created, it will first fetch or it will something write a echo like on the web page, then it will get a template from this raw template file and finally it will download a PDF file that is document.pdf. This is our expectation so far from this code. But inside this code, we have so many bugs. So before fixing these, let's go to browser, click on WP PDF generator, and now we can see it is loading, and here we have like echo h1 tag WP PDF generator. This is coming from code, and here it is. Now rest inside the second line. Here we have some error that is unable to stream PDF headers already sent. So as per expectation of this plugin, we want that whenever if we click on this menu, it will download a PDF. So before doing this achievement, what basically we have to do, we have to create a button inside this web page, and on click of that button, we have to download that PDF. Instead of rendering our PDF load like our PDF template conversion at initial page load, we want to create our PDF on button click. What I mean, so whenever if we click on this button, instead of download PDF directly, it will here create a button, and that button will say like download PDF, and whenever if we click on that button, then it will download our template, like it will convert our template to a PDF file. Let's do it quickly all these things. Let's go back to editor, and here, and one more thing, like this function is basically responsible to generate PDF file. So before doing all this stuff, like before doing all these conversions, remember we don't need to write any echo statement, any printer statement. So first we have to fix, let's remove this echo, and then after also we want to send this data array inside this PDF, but for the time being it is okay that we have only static messages. So save this file, and here inside this menu let's create one more function, because this function is going to download PDF file. So here, let's create one more function, and that function will basically a handler which opens on click of this menu. So instead of calling this handler directly on click of this menu, let's say WP PDF generator page. Let's copy this here and open PDF generator page, and it will be function, and here we'll have a function. And inside this function, what I will do directly, I will add some piece of HTML code, and inside that HTML code will have a download button. So let's create a div, and inside this div, I will write within h1 tag, let's say WP PDF generator. And then after, let's add an anchor tag. So inside this p tag, I'll create an anchor tag, and let's say download PDF file. And inside this href, which is very important here, I will pass a URL called echo admin URL. It's a WordPress function. And inside this admin URL, I will pass a path called admin-post.php. Now this is a PHP file of WordPress. This is inbuilt file. So what I am doing on this admin URL function, I am passing admin-post.php. It means whenever if we click on this button, this anchor link will go or trigger to this URL. Save these changes. Now if I save, let's go back to browser. Let's reload. And now we can see here we have WP PDF generator. Here we have some spelling mistake. Let's quickly correct. If I go and reload, so WP PDF generator, and here we have some anchor link. Let's quickly create some button view. So I will say, let's say padding 10 pixel, background it will be, let's say blue, or in fact let's say something like this. And here color, let's say white, and also I want it's a background color, let's say border radius, let's say 10 pixel, and also text decoration none, and we want some like a space from top, so it will be margin top, let's say 20 pixel. It's not working, so let's try top, And here, let's add position absolute. Position equals to relative. So these are the CSS that we have to add inside this anchor tag. So quickly, if I select or simply right click and click on copy rule. Now, if I go to our VS Code inside this anchor tag, let's quickly add style attribute. And inside this style attributes, just paste all those CSS code and accidentally we got this element.style. Let's remove and paste all those CSS. Now save these changes. If I go, let's reload. And now we can see WP PDF generator download PDF file. And inside this button, remember, we have a function called admin URL. And inside that admin URL, we have passed called admin post.php. Now inside this anchor, inside this href attribute, now we can see the complete URL of this WordPress. Additionally, it has included admin-post.php. So whenever if we click on this button, it will go to this URL, and from this URL we'll handle that how to download our PDF from our template file. Let's go back to VS Code. And one more thing, friends, that do you know inside WordPress it also provides lots of classes, that is like inbuilt classes that we can use inside development of WordPress. So here, if I tell you, so instead of writing all these custom CSS, let's remove this style attribute, and here inside this div, I will add a class called wrap, and also inside this anchor tag I will add some classes called button, and here let's say button hyphen primary. If I save these changes, now these two classes we have defined inside this HTML. Now if I go, let's reload, and now we can see automatically on the behalf of this wrap and these classes, now automatically it has taken some CSS, and that is coming from WordPress. Now let's move on to our functionality. So here inside this admin post, I want whenever if anyone clicks on this button, it will download a PDF file. So inside this admin-post.php, let's pass question mark, and here I will tell, let's say page equals to, and I will say download hyphen PDF, not page, it will be action. Now I will simply copy this action value called download PDF, and then after we need to define an action hook here. So add action, and inside this add action it will be admin underscore post underscore download PDF. The syntax to use this admin post action hook, simply let's get rid of that download PDF, and here we have to write our action name. So in this case you can see the action name is download PDF. So here if I want to make use of the download functionality, so admin post download PDF, and what the function I will attach to the second argument will be a callback function. So this function automatically gets called. So what is the purpose of this code? So whenever if I click on this button will redirect to admin-post.php, and it will pass an action value. And this action value, it means like by the help of this action value here, admin post, we have triggered a function. And this function is going to convert our raw template file to a PDF file. Now let's go here. So for the time being, I will make use of only these static messages. So everything looks good here. And let's correct this line of code. So if I go and comment this code, so include, let's say plugin dir path. It's a WordPress function. And inside this function, let's pass file. And then after, let's include template / tmpl pdf raw.php. So instead of using this dir directly, now safely, we have used one more WordPress function called plugin dir path. And then after, and also instead of using ob end clean, it will be ob get clean. Now everything looks good. Let's remove this stream method from here, and I will make use of two header function. So it will be header, it's a PHP function, and inside this, let's pass content type. After this content type, I will pass application forward slash PDF. Then after, I will make use of one more header, and here let's write in single quote, it will be content hyphen disposition, content hyphen disposition colon attachment semicolon, and I want to download a file, and the file name will be, let's say, document.pdf. You may say sample.pdf. And also let's cut this line of code and put inside single quote. So what basically we are doing here inside this function we have called on action download PDF. So inside this function, simply we have started PHP buffer, and inside this PHP buffer, we are loading this template. And after loading template, simply this DOM PDF class, we have called some methods. These methods like loading the HTML template, converting to A4 portrait size, render, and by using these two header functions, and here it's a DOM PDF and simply output. Now if I save all these changes, let's go back to browser, and if I reload, click on download PDF file button, and now we can see successfully it has downloaded a file called download.pdf. If I open, and now we can see inside this PDF file here, welcome WordPress. This is conversion file like from template to PDF and user data. So these are the static message what basically we have written inside this template PDF raw. Now here, if I want to print some dynamic value like what we have here, like data, what we can do, simply let's extract first, pass this variable. This is an array type data. We have passed all these values. Now these values will seems to a variable inside this template file. So here let's pass p tag, name equals to php, and here echo name. Then after, I will make use of two more times. This will be something called email, and here it will be phone. If I copy this email, let's paste here. If I phone, let's paste here. Now, if I save all these changes, let's go back to browser, and here, now if I reload, now this time whenever if we click on this button, it will download the same file called sample.pdf, but this time it will take some dynamic values what basically we are passing from function. Let's click on this button, and here sample1 PDF, let's open. Now this time we can see that here we have some messages, and here we have our dynamic value. So really this video has given some type of confidence in ourselves so that by using DOM PDF we can convert any template file with dynamic values to a PDF file. Now let's discuss one more thing, that for safe handling, if I go to this function which basically converting our template to PDF. So here before calling this function we can add one more safe point, and that is if I will check that if OB, let's say get length, it means already we have some content inside PHP buffer. So let's clean that before using it. So here I will call OB and clean. So what basically we are doing, so before calling this handler function which is converting our template to PDF, first we are checking that inside buffer, inside PHP buffer, if we have something, so please clean that. And then after, these are the values we have passed to our template file, and the entire content of that template we have loaded inside buffer. And from buffer we have read all the content by using load HTML, and by the help of these settings, now we have downloaded this template as sample.pdf. So successfully inside this video topic, now we have a complete idea that if anyone asks while interview or while developing that how to convert a template file into PDF inside WordPress. So this video will guide you to convert that template into PDF into very simple steps. So for this interesting video, please hit the like button to like this very amazing video. Subscribe to this channel so that I will be creating so much amazing content for you. And now let's time to meet into next video session. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.